Anyways, like I was saying, I'm one of those guys. I look a little bit more presentable for today. You know, I just changed my shirt and my jacket. I'm just trying to look dapper today, a little bit. Trying to look a little dapper. So yeah, the so yeah. Right? Don't I look weird now? All of a sudden I look dapper. All of a sudden it's like, oh shit, who's that guy? Oh, that's Tara. All of a sudden he looks like he's in rags and now he has the suit on. Yeah, that's how it is. And still kind of messy. I should like to comb and wet my hair and do all this type of other shit, but I'm fine with that. All I did was change my hair and my jacket anyway. So yeah, like I said, the paper is really short for this day. I might need a lower or a leave of absence because obviously there's going to be a little bit of delay between the winter break. I think it's like 1 week before the winter break begins, or maybe 2 weeks. The class starts at 12, so maybe it's like 2 weeks, 14 days, and the class doesn't start until maybe an additional week. So I got to make sure that if I need a lower or not in terms of the amount of time that I'm going to be in and out of school again, taking month of breaks. I could go to Hawaii and come back, ride a massive wave, come back, but it's better to just be there, because once you're there for a longer period, these guys will be able to respect you. Go in there like a cook with a big ass board, with a rented big ass board, just cause you think you can ride big waves and shit's just stupid. You're in the way. But if you stay there for a little bit, these guys start letting you'll stop from looking for scraps to actually nailing some good shit. That's pretty weird, right? All of a sudden, I look dapper in a second. It's like, oh wait, hold on, give me a second. I would like to find a new suit though. I'll find a new one eventually. I want to get like a black one or a blue one. A black one or a blue one would be nice. Why the heck is my camera backwards? That's not the way I look, god damn it. I look weird. No wonder I look weird all the time. But I can't flip it. Can I flip it? I can't tell if I can flip it or not. Anyway, so yeah, fuck it. Look, let's try to not focus on the camera so you guys listen to my and me writing, which is the purpose of the study. I mean, the purpose of the stream, and me chatting it up. The best part about doing this shit is that you can cite yourself sometimes. Or the week is so involved in the same shit over and over and over again, you end up writing a paper about all the things you're in during the week. So it's easy to just to pick up a sentence or two. A sentence of two, or two, from the first day in class, which was Tuesday or Wednesday, and that apply to your paper. It's fucking amazing. The way that I think and the way that I memorize, it's way better than any sit-down college. Because sit-down college kiss made your ass. So yeah, there go the teacher replying to me because there's no one else. It's like a really individual. It's a really tight A and B type of conversations. This, like most of these classes at this level, is you and the guy, you and the doctor right there. It's just like you and him. That's it. You're at the top. I'm at the apex. If you look at a doctorate work in any university, you're the tip of the spear. Like I am the tip of the spear in everything I ever done in my life. Everything. If I focus on something and I like doing it, I'm the tip of the fucking spear. Understand what I'm saying? The tip of the spear. Might not have the same effect as other people, because when people get good at something, they get famous, they get publicized, they get focused on, they get focused on in a particular way that other people could see them. But me, I got focused on. I was documented, but nobody really gave a shit. Or nobody. Anything that I accomplished in my life never went beyond that additional step, because there was always people looking to take the media or someone looking to try to line their pockets with me, including the people that are negative or bad in my life, including parents and all that. If I had supported parents likely in my life, I probably would have been a phenomenon in any of the things that I focused myself on. How are you going to not focus on the kid who ran a 3-minute mile in a military institution? That's how valuable I was. And I probably still are that fast. Or close to that fast if I push myself and I'm trained a little bit. I don't need to be trained that much. All I need to be trained maybe like 2-3 weeks. At the right weight, and I'm already flying like a bat out of hell. I'm valuable as fuck, but people don't notice that shit. Other people are too the society is designed through fraud and just people who are really plastic and in their brains have nothing but parasites to try to be the tip of the spear. They are naturally born to try to fake it till they make it. Some of them are really destined to be top of the spear. And case in point, someone that's exceeded beyond expectations into whatever the fuck that cocksucker set his sights on. He's not looking at a big corporation. He's not looking at a massive fucking F company, C company, LLC company, or whatever. He's not focused on any type of shit, but on the shit that he did focus on. He's the tip. He's the fucking illuminated, or I don't know, fucking do a good diamond right here. I gotta do a good diamond. Good diamond. The motherfucking Illuminati. Why? Because people are stupid. They go sit down in these positions, lie to their ass with fraudulent work, or think that they could do the time, which is where most of them fail, because they all want to be C entrepreneurs or whatever, but none of them have the experience. They all want to be business leaders and corporation leaders and have great ideas. But when you question them on their nefarious abilities to win people, they're out there lining people's pockets with drug money. You know, they're actual corrupt politicians. Literally. Talking about people that want to be successful, famous, this and that. How do they do it? They're taking chances by having slaves that deal dope or drugs to them. Take that money and try to put that money in someone's pocket and try to win their heart. But they don't have the time. You know, they could do that. That's easy. That's the easiest fucking way. If I go out there and I'm sitting there giving people thousands to pay attention to me. You know, thousands to pay attention to me. Or just because of pity and compassion, oh, here, take my money. Pay attention to me. I want to be a big star. I come from a foreign nation. Oh, I have dreams and my political views are this. And they see people like me and they want to cancel me. Why do they want to cancel me? Because they were the person they focused their eyes on and said to themselves, they don't know how much that guy's worth. Or you don't know how much you're worth. And unfortunately, people like me aren't looking to be at the center of attention. I just behave in such a way or do things in a particular way that I end up the center of attention based on talent, which is something that they will never get because they need to gather the visual support. They need to feel that other people are paying a lot of attention to them and what they do before actually succeeding. You understand what I'm saying? People in life need to be paid attention like children about to finish a crossword puzzle or about to do something special, but they need the attention before they do it, like the same way a magician would gather a crowd to create an illusion, to say, he did it, he did something special. And that's how these people deceive others out there on the street, by giving them money, by requiring this mass of people to pay attention to them. Real intellectuals don't need that shit. Real tip of the spear don't need that shit. We just do it like Nike. We just fucking do it. And if others pay attention, the best pay attention. Why do the best pay attention? Because you got talent. And it's something that those people that are sitting there with the cards and the bunny and the rabbit and the hat trying to grab attention from everyone don't have. They wish they was us. But it'd be totally different. Their consciousness has to change. Something in their brain has to change. But some of us out there are tip of the spear, are the point, are the truth seekers, the truth tellers. And others are the liars, the deceivers, the frauds, the corrupt, the line your pockets with someone's kidney money, the worst people, because they're just trying to move up, you know. And people who are not trying to move up slide past the curtain of bullshit and continue moving up socially. People literally recognize that they will never be invited, or they will never be socially competent or do the correct things within a caste. We're gonna put like very rich people, people who are rich, you know, fake it till they make it people, and like them. We could call them them. People like me from nothing, without even having anything, slowly move up the ranks and start meeting people up there at the top. And they, after a life of deception, after a life of lies, after a life of lining people's pockets, after a life of sucking hella dick, taking hella dick in the pussy and in the ass, murder, extortion, criminality, corruption, politicianism, just like I said, magicians looking for people in a group will never ever breach or have the same codes and ethical conduct and the right thing in their heart to go beyond that step. And the people at the top just pity these motherfuckers. They just pity them. They're out there with guns in their pockets looking to rob us. Like, oh yeah, if you don't give us money, we're gonna kill Enrique type of shit. Enrique's never gonna be anything. Don't look at him, he's crazy, he has Down syndrome. We're gonna kill him if you don't pay us here right now. Why? Because in their head, they think that that's how shit works. Until their brains are scattered in the pavement in the name of Jesus Christ. People act like that. Act with this power, with this thing, that they think that they have a lot of control over their existing level because they know you physically, they know you since a particular age, they've done shit to you, they know nothing is going to happen if they do shit to you. They're actively looking to move up a rank. Move up a rank, and you're not the tip of the spear. People who could tell you if you're the tip of the spear or not could tell you where you are right now, where you're headed, and why haven't you moved up based on the things you have fucking done. You could be a CEO, and I'll tell you straight to your face if you're a criminal or not, in the face of everybody. Because they all want a position of referent power. These cocksuckers through society want only a position of referent power. They want power over others, power over the position of others, power over the positions of others in society, and see you as a threat. Why do they see you as a threat? Because you could say this to them. Because you don't need an illusion to claim that you have talent. You are naturally inclined to move up the rank. Just slide past the bullshit, move up, and sit with people who have a lot of money without requiring their dough, without asking them confidential or personal questions, without taking it personal, without even communicating in a type of way. Most people that are looking to move up are looking to touch, are looking for money, are looking to take as much of the person as they can, take as much of from the person as they can to never see them again. They have a lot of opportunity to do certain things like that, especially if the person is soft and it isn't hard, or it's if it's like if it's someone that has a lot of dope but isn't going to give you any. And that's the consciousness, it all narrows down to the consciousness in the individual. It's how society perceives who is successful and who isn't, based on who is the magician and who is the tip of the spear. It may not make sense to some people, but it makes sense to me. And I'm the tip of the spear in everything that I wanted to do. Everything. I even dunked the basketball with both hands. And I'm 5'6". See these hands? I dunked the basketball. Both hands. And that's because I wanted to play basketball and dunk the ball. And I could never dunk it ever again. And that's the same mentality in everything that you do in life. And nobody had to be there. I didn't have to videotape it. The entire neighborhood didn't have to know that I was slamming the fucking basketball with mad force at 8 feet and 9 inches. I think it's like 8'7", 8'6", some shit like that. With massive force and an 8-foot rim. Nobody had to see that shit. I did that shit for me. I did that shit for me. And I hung from that shit too, just like my uncle did when he was young. But my uncle had it easy because he had the height and, he had the height and the stature. He could just stand under that shit and hop and dunk it. I had to hustle to get that shit. I needed a penultimate step and a dual foot hop to get up there. But most people in society aren't looking to do the hard work to be at the tip of the spear. They don't want the hard work. They just want to gather the masses, put blinds under people's eyes so that they focus only on them, lie, deceive, have greed, have envy, have a bunch of fucking sin, instead of lacking shame. Because you can't have shame if you want to be successful. Instead of lacking shame, instead of lacking everything that I got, the lack of pride, certain things, certain fucking things. Because these people with all these shit, greed, jealousy, have the right chemistry to go to jail, to get arrested, to fight for what's right, instead of just doing it like this guy or like me. Back the fuck off. We're not fighting for anything that makes no sense. We're not getting arrested for anything that makes no sense. We know the law and we don't want to break the law instead of breaking it. We recognize right or wrong, and we recognize the difference between right or wrong. But society is not going to think like that. Society is always going to think, how can I be a CEO? How can I be a dreamer? How can I purchase all the graphics cards so that I could make $300 on each one? How can I do this? How can I do that? How can I stop Enrique or Terror Destroyer 5K from moving up in society because I am more powerful than he is, because I'm a magician and I could grab more people? Well, guess what? Grabbing more people doesn't make you the tip of the spear. Grabbing more people or buying people or using drug money to do shit on the street, to kill someone with 30K, or make your own company, or, have a home, a car, and travel the world before you were 23 through drug distribution doesn't make you a somebody. It makes you a really dangerous woman or man later on in your life, when you're still doing the same thing and thinking about the times that life was real good for you. Because that's what happens to these cocksuckers from the lower field, the middle field. Like I said, the people that are here that eventually are going to have the fucking cocked semi-automatic gun from Terror Destroyer 5K in their face, just like this, aimed downwards. Like, yo. And they look, are you sure you want to do this, my guy? You're in my way again. You got to stop. This is defense. That's the end of the road for people in the middle range that see someone as the person that they could rob their car, vandalize their property, rape their mother or their grandmother, kill their children, take their children, take their employment, take their place, because they have that power, that they think that they could grab people like magicians in their shit. And as they age over time, from 23, a home, a car, traveling the world, successful to the eyes of people, teams, companies, brand names, good people, end up looking on how to take advantage of other people again. Not just me, but other people. Because that's how they operate. That's how they believe they're going to get to the tip of the spear. By utilizing people on the lower levels, by taking advantage of people, threatening, killing, robbing people from the lower levels to move up to their permanent place, to where they will forever be psychologically, mentally, socially. People that will never leave that brick or that social scheme of things. Why? Because they don't have it psychologically. They don't have it in their heart to do certain things in the decision between right or wrong. You know? And people like me need to see those people burn. Because if you are a person that's for justice, if you're a person that cares about individual security, if you're a person that recognizes the lifetime of individual threats to you, your family, or the people that are around you from the same people, if you had that chance, you pulled the trigger. Other people wouldn't pull that fucking trigger. 6ix9ine couldn't pull that trigger because he wasn't mature enough. Daniel Hernandez couldn't kill anyone, or wasn't caught killing anyone after his extreme need for personal security before he became a superstar. Because they picked on him a lot for economic gain. And lucky, it was for economic gain. It was just for things that he had on him. The same thing they did with me, with the car, with the places that I went, with the jobs that I had, getting me fired from jobs because they could move around petty amounts of narcotics. They could point the finger at you and say, oh, that person's a pothead, you could get rid of them, picking me. I give you cocaine, or I'm a better candidate for this man's position here. Because they think that they are the tip of the spear. These are kids who are developing these traits of people who are psychotic, who are manipulators, who are dictators in their own environment, that claim through their lifetime that they lack, that they have lacked needs, that they're poor, that they're this and that they need people, that they got teams, that they got values, that they got respect, and they got none of that because they're not the tip of the spear. They're not people that have the track record of success. They're just people with a made-up reality, with some illusion, with some dream, with you in the way. And you're totally harmless. Totally harmless. But have economic gain. Have something that they want. Just like 6ix9ine did. With his tiny pieces of drip. That me right here today would look dapper as fuck with one of 6ix9ine's chains. 6ix9ine tried to give me like 2-3 chains one time. 2-3 chains. Like, yeah, I give you this, but they would probably steal it from you. I'm not gonna give it to you. Me sitting with 6ix9ine in McDonald's. It's like, this is yours. This one's right here. This one right here is yours. But I can't give it to you because you'll get robbed. They'll fucking take it from you. And I think one of those chains belonged to Lil Wayne. And he really wanted to give me the chain because I was helping him. I was one of his day ones, so he really wanted to give me the bling, you know. And he still gives people bling. 6ix9ine right now gives bling. But it's in the attitude. Janya didn't kill no one. People who have a driven justice are looking to defend themselves from the same perpetrators over a 10-year, 15-year ordeal. That you are like the boy who cried wolf on the internet. Yo, this person can't have clout. This person can't have a social media presence. This person has done all these things and continues to stalk me and continues to follow me. It's going to come to a day that I'm going to have to pull the fucking piece out. And it's going to be a nasty fucking 357 snub-nosed Magnum or some shit like that. Some short 40 cal point and shoot shit. A revolver, an 8-shooter, some shit like that. And someone's brain going to be splattered on the pavement. Based on that tip of the spear and protection. They think that they run your shit. And society over time protects people like that. They put them under affidavits. They put them under FBI informants. They put them under DEA informants. Society starts protecting the magician because they think that they have a gift. But they're, on the other hand, the worst thing that has happened to their neighborhood. The worst thing. because they have people like that who don't know what to do, take advantage of their environment. They start purchasing cars to try and hustle people their cars. You know, basically any junk car is theirs. They start not only trying to take your parents' cars, they enter your domicile and try to hustle your parents for their things. They attack the elderly. They have sex with your parents if they want to. Those are the attitudes of people who see you are the tip of the spear, and they need to be closer to you because they know that in one shape or form you are going to get to the top again, and they're going to get the same opportunity to come in there with pockets full of cocaine and say, I'm a better person than that man, with a pocket full of blow, with a life full of drug transactions, with, you know, after slitting people's throats, after ruining all the society, you know, after taking advantage of their environment in a negative way, after doing the worst shit they could do to move up socially since 23, like I said, 22, 23 years old, a home, a car, a family, things that nobody would fucking have. By 23, nobody has a home, a car, travel the world, being called a professional, a charity, this and that. All these excuses, you know, all these, you know, their ability to grab people into their illusion life. They'll bring that shit up to you after you make it again to somewhere that is important. After someone else that could be fraudulent at the tip of the spear. You know, someone that could sacrifice you right there. Take your job the same way they take your dishwasher job. In comes this coke and weed distributing individual in his 30, 40 years of age to say, nah, not Enrique, because I'm a better man. I'm a better person than him. Here, take some money. And that doesn't make better people. You know, that makes people like me want to take the fucking gun and blow their brains out in front of their fucking kids. Show violence, but it's a lifetime of suffering through the same shit over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Groups of these cocksuckers, groups of these illusionists with public figure names. We're talking about reality here. This is my life. Who saw my success as the tip of a spear individual take advantage of me in multiple times. Taking advantage of the situation, taking advantage of being close to me or my family, to move up socially, to end up where they are today. For them, who will forever stay at that level, no matter how many cocks and dicks up their ass, and no matter how many baggies of drugs or kilos they will sell, they will stay there, and I move up beyond them, and they stand from outside the circle looking in. Look at this guy, and you see a coke distributor, cocaine distributor looking in, jealous as fuck that I'm hanging out with celebrities because I got the spot that they want. I got the respect, or I got the name, or I got the face. I got who people recognize in the past, who they want to be, the person they tried to hide, the person they tried to kill, drug, lobotomize, try to get rid of, so that they need to look from the outside in, socially, so that they need to stay out. They see that I'm successful, or they see that I jumped 3-4 levels, but they want to bring me down. They don't want you being in a situation that is sitting there with Jeff Bezos, and you're talking to Jeffrey like nothing. They don't want to see that happen, because they don't want me sitting with Taylor Swift. You understand what I'm saying? If I can't be next to Taylor, right? If they don't want me next to Taylor because their social domination or their jihad style / dictatorship in their environment doesn't work, Imagine how they would feel if I'm sitting with Jeff Bezos and I'm sitting there talking shit about the shit that I've written about his company already. And I'm sitting there with Jeffrey Bezos. You know, how do you think they would feel if I'm moving from just people who are really popular, maybe control the internet to some shape or form, or control the media narrative in certain industries, towards even higher levels, which is where I'm headed, because I'm headed to the top. I'm not headed to, like, you know, my life, through the things that I have done, put me at the top. Every single time. Anything that I focus myself on has been at the top. Schoolwork, skills in sports, multiple sports, and it's just me. It's in here, the consciousness, the heart of the person. Anyone else are just like chimps hitting on rock, expecting something different to happen. They're literally just, in my opinion, apes with a stick, hitting the same boulder, expecting the boulder to change to gold or do some other shit. Because all that they have learned in their life, for some of them, are to have that illusionist mentality, that fake it till they make it mentality, that I need to make myself a better man by pointing him out, you know, whatever way, from smearing, slander, you know, robbery, whatever way to bring that person down, because that they know that person is going to be the one that from the top is going to start dialing them numbers and try to get them out the way, from at a federal level, at a local level, at a police level. They know that, and I'm already in motion. It's been years. It's been nearly 10 years. I've been writing on the internet. Hey, boy who cried wolf, true whistleblower. You guys need to let go of these cocksuckers. These cocksuckers are dangerous people. You guys are just stupid. Sold out stupid people. How you gonna broadcast this cocksucker on the internet? This cocksucker done this and 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 this, and they know their entire life of these people, thanks to me. You know, because I'm actively letting people know who the people are, how dangerous the people are. But do you think the industry listen? How corrupt do you think they are? If I'm telling you, yo, Lizzie Armanto, the professional, the female professional for Birdhouse Skateboards, almost killed Tony Hawk to get put on in front of everybody. Nearly 50 people scattered out of the way when she had a gun in her hand, pointed at the head of Tony inside a fucking Lincoln Continental. And then you think about the consciousness of the people that are just broadcasting the person. It's like, hey, you gotta shut that shit down. A right person, you know, a smart, coherent individual would be like, yeah, you gotta get those cocksuckers out of the field right now. But no. They have this proven, most people in society, or in terms of the media, when you're pointing out the wolf, when you're pointing out the really dangerous person, they take it like if it was a joke. They take it like, oh, proven until, you know, guilty until, you know, at the, how do you call it? Admission of guilt or whatever, or until proven guilty, they treat those cocksuckers. And you got these cocksuckers slicing people's throats on the street. You know, you got these people trafficking on the street. You got these people with guns on the street. The people that you would never think would have a gun would be out there robbing people. You know, and you're out here, me personally, Enrique Daniel Roman Bonilla, born in Mayagüez, Puerto Rico, is sitting here on the computer illustrating in intimate, delicate CGI, three-dimensional, in a 3D, trying to, you know, like a plaintiff, develop the fucking case as a doctor, tip of the spear. Someone who's extremely intelligent, trying to let you know, yo, you got to get rid of these two people now. You can't be broadcasting these cocksuckers online. You can't be making them viral. But they pay. They pay themselves in the shit. They pay the views on YouTube. They pay themselves in the contests. They bribe officials. The feds know, don't do nothing. The feds know. And it shows how corrupt is the United States. That in the end, I need the snub nose 40. The short snub nose cut up barrel, not short barrel, Magnum 40 ACP, revolver 8-shooter. Big ass bullet, make sure someone's brains ain't there anymore. Because society maintains keeping those people where they want them. Because they sell their ass. Look at Leticia Buffoni, the fucking Brazilian skateboarder. You think that person is capable of skateboarding? Do you really think that person has... Do you really think that all those people legally have Audi R8s and live in multi-million-dollar homes? It's all trafficking. It's all drugs. That's why all of them are shut the fuck up. You know, that's why all of them don't do shit. Because they're all fraudulent. They're all under the same wing. They're all under the same people. They're all protected by the same industry. They all have that don't snitch, don't tell policy. They're all innocent until proven guilty. But unfortunately for people like me, when you have talent, these people are actively pursuing you, making sure they know who you know to make sure nothing happens. To make sure that you don't get in a position of referent power, or not referent power, but media power. That you don't get in a position that you're actually broadcasting this shit to a million fucking people so that they stop buying their merchandise. So that they shut them down. So that they boycott them because they're literal fucking murderers and drug dealers, drug traffickers, and they're being broadcasted on television. And that's the state of media today. That's the lunacy of not only the skateboarding industry, but the music industry as well. For fame and fortune, these cocksuckers get hidden, like Obama shooting someone, like President Barack Obama shooting at someone at fucking 5th Avenue in New York City, in the face too, just like blah, and leaving that cocksucker dead right there. Because they don't care. They don't care, but they're not focused on who's being affected. Rather, they want to just press charges to who's affected. They caught 6ix9ine and try to give him life. But he doesn't, the feds don't want to recognize that man, Daniel Hernandez, when he was 18 years old, was being robbed at least 3 times a day at gunpoint at Union Square. The same organization, the same wing, the same people that are behind me, or that were behind me since I was a fucking teenager. The same style, the same attitude, trying to take your place, trying to stop you from getting to your employment. The same, I'm going to bribe your boss and feed him cocaine or give him free cocaine, or maybe bend over and fuck your boss and shit, or fuck your mother, fuck your grandmother, or rob your shit, or try to buy your car, try to buy your used car. You know, all this shit. The same people. The same exact people that almost gave life to fucking Daniel Hernandez are the same people that are behind me. The same predatory behavior. The same shit. The same drug you, feed you 13-year-old fucking girls to fuck, and then call you a pedo after they fucking raped you, black the fuck out. You know? And that's what they did to fucking Daniel Hernandez, 6ix9ine wasn't no fucking pedophile. He was taken advantage by fucking women. By a bunch of little girls. Oh, they want to claim that he recorded him, or he had consensual sex and he recorded a minor or whatever. That's bullshit. That's the case. That's the case that they build up on the man. But they don't want to talk about how they fed him fucking women. They don't want to talk about how Jeffrey Epstein was involved in all this shit. They don't want to expose that gay mafia drug trafficking shit that's going on in terms of media. Because you slowly absorb the shit through your eyeballs and your environment. And if you know too much, they try to blind you. They take your eyesight. They follow you to stalk you and kill you. They kill people in front of you. They start trying to put that fear in you. But if you're a real man and you're a tip of the spear, you are voicing it out so that others finish it. Finish your job. At my passing, when I die, I told you precisely who was stalking, who was following, since when, what they have done. Why haven't they stopped? Because they know that they're at this level, and not even Tony Hawk could hang out with Taylor Swift. You understand what I'm saying? Tony Hawk doesn't chill with Kim Kardashian. There's a big ass barrier right here in terms of people. Big ass barrier. Massive fucking barrier right here between whomever the fucking criminal skateboarder you want to put right here and who the fuck they hang out up here. Maybe Sheckler can hang out with fucking Machine Gun Kelly. Maybe some of them have this type of exposure that they're chill with that people. But not for me. Nah. This guy from the slum, from the ghetto of Puerto Rico, from the ghetto, a bum in Puerto Rico, a bum in New York City can't be hanging out with Kanye West. Nah, that drives all the coke dealers from Puerto Rico mad as hell. He shouldn't be with that person. He smells. We know him. This and that. They start hustling. They start like dictators. They start like dictators or aspects of what they do to other people in their life since they are young, regulating who has a job and who doesn't, who has a working car, who has fucking fucked up brakes, who has media exposure, who doesn't, who's popular and who isn't. And if at the end you start narrowing down the things all these cocksuckers do is deal weed amongst themselves, fuck each other's wives, be fraudulent cocksuckers, and just be the motherfucking illusionist, like I said, just the one that gains most attention to them to make a trick. A dream, look, I am successful, are the ones that most of society pays attention to. But not me. They're not going to pay attention to me. Not me. Because I ran as fast as Usain Bolt. You know. I'm as fast as a gold medalist. Like Kris Jenner. Not Kris Jenner, fucking Caitlyn Jenner now. You know Caitlyn Jenner, the transgender guy? Yeah. Gold medalist. I'm like that. And I'm not transgender. Gold medalist. The traits of the tip of the spear that they wish they had. Always. People from that particular level that will never get anywhere else are looking to bring others that they wish they were down. And we don't pay attention to people like them. Me, as the ultimate whistleblower, can tell you who they are, where they came from, and where they headed. And at the end, for me, it's the fucking Snub 40. The Snub 40 ACP. You know, nice little 8-shooter, big ass fucking bullet like this big and shit, 40 caliber and snub nose. Make sure I don't got a lot of range, but I can stop a man cold. Just stop. Stop approaching me, stop following me, stop getting close to my mother when she's in the ATM, stop stalking me state to state, stop figuring out who the fuck do I know to try to get them under drug distribution. Because that's all they know how to do. The people on the lower levels close to trafficking are looking for the bait, are looking who is going to fall, who is a big dog, who wants a big purchase so they can nab him by the FBI. Just like Chapo did. Chapo did the same thing for a little bit. Chapo was the snitch for a little bit. Chapo Guzman, the Sinaloa trafficker, did the same exact thing. The same business model. Feed the feds a big fish, someone with a big transaction, get those cocksuckers arrested, or just get the mules fucking arrested with a big shipment, and 90% of the shit flows through. And these cocksuckers on my ass from Puerto Rico that think that they're about it, man. They think that they're public figures, socialites, big media image, corporate owners, big donors in fucking big donors in charities. They think they got the balls by the hand. And who is the stunt double? This cocksucker right here. Who is the guy who they used the pictures for? This cocksucker right here. Who's the media that they stole from? Who's the talent that they stole for? You know, where did the talent that they captured in their cameras that was valuable come from? This cocksucker right here. Recording me where I go, using me to line their pockets and shit. You know, using me to claim that they're relevant in the motherfucking business and shit. Because they know that I'm way beyond. I've been relevant in my field, and my talent's there for decades. My talent's been there for decades, and they're just new people, or people that have been trying a little bit too hard now. Trying a little bit too hard to be a little popular. And like I said, not even Tony Hawk's gonna hang out with Kanye West. There's a big barricade right here. A big social barricade that these people down here, all they're looking is to move up. And they like to sell drugs, suck a lot of dick, take a lot of dick in their ass. A lot of fucking cock sucking, a lot of ass fucking to move a little higher. Just the how predatory society is to move up. To get a better job, to get a record deal, to get a bigger house, to get control of the internet. To get control of the internet and try to monopolize their industry in a particular way. And I'm sitting here getting kissed by Lady Gaga, telling people, yo, my last kiss was Lady Gaga, bruh. And it was crazy getting kissed. Like, look at me like I'm fucking John Travolta in this shit. I'm John Travolta in this shit, and go to the supermarket with a jacket on your shoulder and look at every magazine and Lady Gaga's face is on it. And you're like, damn, that woman just kissed me on my lips sexually. She closed her eyes. She kissed me for a long time. She liked me. She's stalking me too. And she said, and then, the man's brain is like that. It's in behind the pussy. I ain't behind the ass. I know that woman's probably had 100 sexual partners. And all those people want to say that if I were to marry a woman like that, oh, I fucked your wife. You dig what I'm saying? Well, guess what, cocksuckers? I had Lady Gaga before you cocksuckers even smelled that pussy. You dig what I'm saying? I know Gaga since way back. Since before any one of them 50, 100 guys slid up on that shit. But that's how society works. That's how predatory men, even at the greater levels, operate. That they think that they're dictators, that they rule, that they could manipulate and they could control. And like I said, I'm the tip of the spear. I'm the next Jeff Bezos. I'm chilling with Jeff Bezos. Chilling. Just like nothing. And they will never do that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And the door is open. Someone's out there opening the doors and getting close to me and shit like if they thought they were smart. Opening the door of my room and shit like if they thought they were smart. Society ain't no joke. For people like me, people that are really successful, people just want to take your place forcibly. They know no better. They know no better. They have the same alibis. They have the same story. And in the end, it's the same a broke, ignorant Latino kid who shot down some black kid in cold with the fucking with the snub-nosed 45 and his teeth went flying. In the end, it's just to bring us down as a race. Because I'm white, but I'm definitely born in a Latino household. I consider myself white for that same exact reason, because us as a race are straight scum. Latinos are straight scum based on those specific attitudes. That if you're not a dick in your ass taking, drug dealing, fast moving, coke moving, drug trafficking motherfucker who can slob a knob real good, you ain't nobody in their society. You ain't nobody to them. Because you gotta be fixated on their brown fucking dick. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm white. My dick ain't brown. I'm fucking white. And that's the reality we live in today. That's what's happening with me. And I'm Enrique Daniel Roman Bonilla. And take what I said at a truthful, realistic tone. Lucky Danny Hernandez got out. But the same people that are onto me since I was fucking 18 and being popular as shit and the things that I started to be popular in are the same things they did to him. Lucky to him, they just stole his change every day at Point Pistol. Lucky, Daniel was hustling. J's, food, being out there no home with Post Malone. And they were coming up and trying to take his shit, trying to, drive his whatever money he had down, trying to, kill his bank. Kill his bank. Not him, not him, not him. In the brains of these cocksuckers. Not him. And the same thing's been happening since I was 17, 18 years old. Not him, not him, not him. Us, us, us. Like magicians and that shit. Us, us, us. We could suck dick. We could take dick in our ass. We could traffic drugs. We're involved in trafficking. We could slit throats. We buy bosses. We buy people. We distribute cocaine. We do all this shit. And then in the end, listen to this shit. After all this disgusting fucking shit happening to people like us in our life, society puts him on a pedestal. Puts them in a Grammy show. You could see them in all their glory. In the Grammys. Yeah, look at that. A music show. Look at them shake their ass. You put them in a fucking skate contest. Look. Skate contest, skate videos, brands. They become, content creative directors of brands. They do all this shit. And in the end, the reality of who they are people that will never be above this particular threshold. They're the people that are willing to kill you. Willing to fucking kill you. Because they don't want to see you above where they can't be. They don't want to see you next to Jeff Bezos. They don't want to see you next to Taylor Swift. And Taylor Swift with her motherfucking skirt scooching over just to see what the heck you're doing on your computer. You understand what I'm saying? Coke dealers that dealt coke their entire life, that are now hitting with that media image, that they feel that they're powerful and they feel that they can move a lot of coke and a lot of weight and a lot of their image, because they're really focused on their image and a lot of clout and buying YouTube views, Instagram likes, all the fucking scams in the book, the illusionist media marketing, social media scams out there, taking advantage of every one of them when they really just deal drugs. They see you from the outside to grow this media image, after growing this media image, after making this machine that illuminates their presence and what they do, and they see you and Taylor Swift getting close to you, or Kourtney Kardashian and Kim Kardashian about to fucking squish you with their booties next to your fucking hips, real tight to what you're doing in your daily day life, or wondering what the heck you do in your life. Who are you? What do you do? They immediately want to take advantage of you and kill you. Immediately want your computer, the thing that you own, the things that you own and who you know, so they could get them under the wing and deal drugs. Like I said, just like Chapo did. Big fish. Follow you. If you know a couple felons in Florida or whatever, follow you until you leave the friend that you know for 15 fucking years. And when you turn your back to them, they come back, they get in that shit. They either break in there and steal the man's drugs, or steal the letter that man has accumulated in their life, or get them under and stack a bunch of bricks of drugs in their house. Get them under their wing. Get them under their control. Buy them off you so that you don't have a friend anymore. And I will continue whistleblowing. I will continue pointing out who is the threat. The media machine on the United States is completely fucked up, and certain people should not be public figures and socialites, or whatever the fuck society wants to plaster them on the internet as successful with their tons of money from trafficking to get a lot of views. Because that's what they do. And their cover is that they're gay. You're gonna come up to them, you're gonna know them, and they're going to read your character, and they're gonna, like chameleons in an environment, shapeshift into whatever you want to be, or into whatever you want from the person. And that's how these people are. These really dangerous cocksuckers, male and female, are going to shapeshift into whatever the fuck you want them to be. They could be your secretary. They could be your fucking doggy style fuck tonight. They could be your drug dealer. They could be your trafficker. They could be the person that's going to secure you this friend, your loan, your employment, your job. You're going to shapeshift from being evil motherfuckers into whatever the fuck you see them as. And only the true kid that yelled wolf, the real whistleblower, the real fucking whistleblower, look at it right here, almost blinded by them. Blinded, try to take my sight. They try to stop me from walking. They're starting to hurt my spine, my back. Could tell you who they are and where they come from and where are they going to land. Where are they going to land? And it isn't pretty where they're going to land, because if they're going to continue doing the same thing, people like me have to take extreme measures. Beat them over the head with a tire iron when they're not looking, stalk them like a real fucking panther, shoot them in the face, do something. They don't stop. Those people don't stop. People that are locked in that social group with their R8s and millionaire lifestyle are looking to move up into the higher realm. And they're not moving up because they don't have it here, and they're not the tip of the spear. Tip of the spear allows you to tell you how it is. It isn't going to mislead or lie to you. Honest, truthful, hardworking. Tip of the spear is going to tell you the fucking truth. The people below this threshold had a lot of bullshit for dinner last night. And real people smelled through that shit. Real people do real shit. And we could tell on that glass, what do you want to call it, a glass ceiling? You want to call it whatever. They want to call us pigs. They want to call us this and that. They're just hogging a slop bag. They're just disgusting people that will never move up. They could try to move up, try to be certain people, but they're guilty in their brain and their consciousness. Doesn't let them shine. They want to shape shift. They want to shape shit. They want to shape shit. Shape you into what they want. They want to dictate what others do. They're expert manipulators. They camouflage themselves as good people in society. And in reality, real people know who they are. The reasons why people like me are not allowed at the top, are not wanted at the top. But I'm a fucking bull tie. You know, I'm a fucking bull tie. Bow tie at the top. 4.0 GPA. A life where many people have tried to hide this motherfucker from shining. And I will stay out shining these cocksuckers. Dapping. Smoking. Snorting some coke if I had to. Do whatever the fuck I want to do with my life. But I will forever remain the tip of the spear. I don't do drugs or drink no more. Don't do that shit. Because it doesn't let you think. My cranium is massive. The craniums of the people that I'm focusing on are like fucking insects. You could tell by the depending on the race of the person, the brains of these motherfuckers are small. They don't think of consequences. They don't think of consequences. They don't think of fucking consequences. They think that people are going to forget what they have done already. Their brain don't work. They're alcoholics. They're drug addicts. They've taken a little bit too much of the fucking fruit punch in life. Real people know who real people are. And Danny's waiting for me. 6ix9ine is waiting for me out there. He's waiting for me to show up, and he can see me, and I can see him, and be like, "Oh shit, you." Because real people know the real suffering of real people. Danny Hernandez told me what they were up to. As a good man. That's why I got respect for him. He told the truth in a fucking federal case, got away with a kilo of dope. That's a king right there. That's a good guy. And he told me what these cocksuckers was doing. Oh yeah, they told me they wanted to kill you, they wanted to drug you, they wanted to lobotomize you. This bitch tried to sell me fucking fake drugs and shit, try to scam me for my money. We have to pay all your friends to leave this apartment. Danny told me everything. When I was about to get signed on Birdhouse, or when I had talent and I was hanging out with people above that threshold, or I was in that threshold every day. I was above. I was so high, socially, Tony Hawk had to be with me, which is technically the apex predator. Or the top guy in all of skateboarding had to come to me. For that same exact reason. Because I'm hanging out with fucking Kanye, Courtney, 6ix9ine, Cardi, Anuel, a bunch of heads. But no, the dictators under here, no matter how rich they are, with the R8s, 100 cars, 1,000 cars, traveled around the world, hella chameleon-like that could fucking take ass poundings and suck dick and fucking do all this disgusting, turn into your dream and turn into the person in your dream for whatever you want. They can't hang. They can't be around because that's what they do that's what they do behind closed doors. And I'm telling you, what they do behind closed doors. Like they want to kill you. They want to this and that. You heard him. You don't need to fight. I'm sitting there listening. I'm hiding in my own room with 6ix9ine listening to what these people were talking about. Having arguments out there. My friends trying to scam 6ix9ine for money. Trying to rob Anuel and 6ix9ine for money. Oh, if you don't fucking give us money, we're going to kill Enrique. Packing heat. And we know, and I personally know who fucking armed them. And who mobilized them and who started the stalking. And the breaking and entering that happened state to state behind me. Anywhere I went, they broke down the fucking doors. And it wasn't the fucking cops. And what they were trying to do, get people on. Get people against me. Why? Because I'm at the top. Because you got coke dealers that sold coke for their entire life and could never grab the attention of Kourtney Kardashian or Kim. Could never grab the attention of Taylor Swift. Could never grab the attention of Kanye. Never. Even if they wanted to grab their attention, they would just be like some bum of a club with a drink in their hand being invited to a massive party in the Hollywood Hills that they will get kicked out of after they bring the women. After they bring the women. They're going to be told, oh yeah, we're going to so-and-so's Hollywood crib. You're going to get 10 women and we're going in. Any of these cocksuckers under this level, the women, we're going to keep the women and you got to go. Because you're not from that group. You're not from that group. You're not going to get what I write about. You could claim that you know what you're right about. You would want to steal my information to claim what you're, that claim that you have my knowledge, but you didn't write it. You didn't do the work. Your body's not made like mine. I run like Usain Bolt. I have a lifetime of sports in my blood. A lifetime. You had a couple hours of people pointing the camera at you because you're some sort of magician that grabs the masses. I have a lifetime of sports inside me. I have a lifetime of education inside me. And values and knowledge and certain things that gives me kisses from Kourtney Kardashian and Lady Gaga. Attention. Good people shit. Like if it's your fucking neighbor, you respect your neighbor. You don't want what your neighbor has. And that's that Latino attitude again. Technically, most of the shit that's happened in my entire life has been because of my fucking environment. The attitudes of the people in my environment. Because if I were 100% American, I'd probably be a fucking professional by now. It'd probably be a different scenario. I probably wouldn't have suffered that much because American parents don't let their children out to rot. For no excuse. American parents are way better parents than Latino parents, in my opinion. An American parent will never let their children rot in the street like I did. I rotted for 8 years of my life out there. Based on the pressure of parents, and you gotta go, and this and that. You gotta go, and this and that. And me believing their story, leaving. Until I grew up. And recognized that it's just some story. So that they can laugh about it. Oh yeah, he left, he's out. Now we could go steal his shit. Yeah, we could go steal hundreds of thousands of dollars of Pokemon cards that were his. Yeah, let's just go steal, let's do whatever the fuck he has accumulated. Throw everything that he owns out. That's all that's happened to me. And what has continued to happen based on that envy and that hate and that jealousy and that Latino shit, because you ain't nobody, because nobody to them, like I said, it's someone that knows how to suck a lot of dick, distribute a lot of drugs, has a car, T down to the T, a car, a family, all this and that by 22, 23. No matter how they do it. They could be the worst. They could be federally indicted murderers. It doesn't matter how they did it. They could be under the radar for murdering someone for the rest of their life. But those people are successful to Latino people. And that's why you are like, time out. They're like, time out. No. No way. No way. I'm sorry. Latino people have a corrupt sense. They have a corrupt alter ego. They're kind of evil. They're not like us. I'm 100% American. I love American shit. I've been American most of my life. I think I spoke English first before Spanish, so imagine. And Chinese too. So I'm pretty much I'm like Japanese and shit. Korean Japanese. I'm a Japanese man. Or Cantonese. Some shit like that. I know I'm Asian. I started Asian as shit. So yeah, I'm going to continue writing this shit. You listen to what I said clearly, you're going to get a lot of real... Everything that I said is truth. Everything. I wouldn't just make up some illusion and try to drive the point for an hour if I was just spewing lies out of my mouth. If you think I'm spewing lies, you're shit out of luck. I ain't lying. Think I'm lying about people? Nah, I'm the boy who cried wolf. I'm here yelling to the FBI, hey, yo, DEA, hey, yo, they stalking me and my mother, yo. Why? Because my mother is likely involved with these cocksuckers. They don't want me to be the tip of the spear. They don't want me with Taylor. They don't want me with Courtney. They don't want me with Kim or Kanye or 6ix9ine. Because cocaine dealers in Puerto Rico get to here. And under here, there's a lot of dick sucking, a lot of drug dealing to get to right there socially. But anything up there, you see someone that never put in that work, or what they consider work, shouldn't be there. But guess what? I did put in that fucking work. And my work came in some other ways, like morals, values, a justice-driven individual. No shame. You can't have fucking shame to eat from the fucking dumpster if you're hungry. And you can't be greedy and stupid like the rest of them, like the rest of fucking apes that just want to take money that just want to take everything for free that ain't from them, to lose it all in 10 years, to have nothing to show for it now. Have nothing to show for it. They don't understand the balance of time and money. They don't understand nothing. They just want to take the fucking money from Kanye West's hand, go out there, go to the casino and blow $60 fucking $1,000 in some blackjack hand and walk away from the casino. Because in their conscience, they don't know shit. Some people are less than that ape, hitting a rock with a stick expecting the shit to turn to gold. Worse than that shit. Down to murder, like I said, down to murder. Down to put people in society, give them a media, give them a referent power in social media when on the street they're active shooters. On the street, they're active shooters. Attempted murder in the street. Likely with cameras out there that catch him too. Evidence is out there. Or just a polygraph. Just ask them. You know, it's so fucking easy to grab these cocksuckers. Check their finances. Put them on a polygraph. Sit them the fuck down and ask them the questions that Enrique is asking. That's it. We got them. And then just tell the jury, 30 people jury, be like, hey, yo, check this out. Enrique's question, that one right there, and that one, and that one, and that one, and that one, made these people nervous. Why they made them nervous? Because of the stress of the test, or because they were lying? And let the jury decide. You understand what I'm saying? Let the jury decide. But when people who are this criminal keep influencing your future, and are envy you, and this and that, it's the snub-nosed ACP. You need the snub-nosed ACP revolver. You need something to protect yourself after a particular period in your life, because they will come back. They never stop. They're looking for the perfect opportunity to slip their crony in. To slip their crony, corrupt cocksucker in. They utilize you to move up. It's like you're like in a chess piece heading to the king, and the people who are really evil in the world, you are about to press, you're about to move the chip to checkmate, and the color on the chips. Let's say you're about to checkmate the king to finish a chess game. The color, instead of right and wrong or black and white, turns into red. They immediately want to switch the chips on you and put some other peasant that should have never been in a position to claim checkmate. Or another color. Instead of black, white, the chip changes to red. Because that person should have never been put in there. Or should have never been put in a position to win. And that's what society is driven to do. That's why these cocksuckers at the lower level are driven to do. Wait for the perfect opportunity to win. To replace you and put themselves in the illusionist stance. Oh, I won. Oh, I won. Yes, I won. And society can't be doing that. That's why true whistleblowers are sitting here yelling at maximum force. Yo, FBI, DEA, hey, you guys better pay attention to this shit. And I'm writing online, not smearing, truth telling, to wake people up. To wake people up. Wake them up. Wake them up. Why do we need to wake people up? Because you're broadcasting them on national television. You're broadcasting the major fucking criminals on national television. Like if they were safe to the population. Like if they were safe to people like me. Who are expecting them to replace, who are expecting the replacement move, who are expecting them at a later point in their life from them infiltrating another organization once you're about to get to the top to change you and put someone else. Again of the same color. Again of the same corruption. Again of the same shit. Against doing the same shit. Against from the same evil. And all of them from this lower level. All of them from here. The people that peer in the circle and dealt coke their entire life, spent all their money on social media, spent all of this, and will never get the seat. Will never get Taylor Swift to scooch over. Ever. Or sandwich between two Kardashians. Or meet Caitlyn Jenner. or Kanye or Kendall or any of the people that I've met in my life. Any one of them. Why? Because there's a big no-no zone for certain people that are like that to come here. They're just people that get told bring 10 women to the party and get kicked out. So they scheme and bite their nails and are always operating, looking to take something from the lowest fruit, the easy target. Looking to kill, or take advantage of the easy target to move up. It isn't easy being me, man. It isn't easy recognizing that I need to be the snub-nosed 40 ACP. It isn't easy recognizing that I need to be the snub-nosed 40 ACP. Because of the continued aggression, the continued stalking, the continued home invasion, the continued who do you know, where you going, the continued where are you going, who are you headed, who do you know, what are you going to do, what are you doing. That, because they're all interested in being king, or all interested in winning the game, are all interested to make me lose the friends that I got. That's something that they've done since they were kids. Lose the friends that I got. Get them under the wing. Give them $100 a week to replace their relationship they got with me. And I never dealt drugs. I smoked weed. Used to. Nickels, dimes, $5, $10. Buy you as a friend with $100 a week and say, don't talk to him, I don't like him. And what do you think a junkie would do? An imbecile fucking monkey brain would do in that particular situation? Take the free $100 a week, put him in his pocket, and stop talking to you. And that happened to me early in my life. The reasons why I became tip of the spear in certain things. The primary reasons why I got there on my own and I surfed every day. Would I surf every day? Because my friends surf bullshit. None of my friends were real friends. They stopped being friends the second I started hanging out with surfing professionals. The second I got good in that water, all they wanted to use the media hype is to get drugs and walk away. They were offered drugs to walk away from me, and I stayed on my own. Because that's what gives people clout. Those are the you know, when you're the magician, your friends are the ones that look at your tricks. So they took my crowds, or my closest friends, and they just distributed them drugs. Because that's easy. That's easy to do. That's an easy person to win. At a profit, yeah, just give me back 60 and just give me back $60 of that 100, and you keep $40, so you have a free 40 to smoke. And come back to me when you have the $60. That's the Latino community in its raw form. Owing people, giving people free stuff, favors, dick sucking, ass fucking, drug dealing, all the way up. All the way up. All the way up. The chain of command into the worst shit after that. The worst shit right after that. And they're not going to change. They're not going to change. The attitudes are going to remain the same. And they're looking for the perfect opportunity to catch me again at the top, hanging out with a major celebrity, chilling there with Post Malone or some stupid shit like that, just to move in there, just to slang some dope, or wait for me to travel cross country, get to Florida, meet another friend that I used to know, get into their house, come back the same day or maybe 2 days later, they broke into that man's house looking for drugs or looking for something. And they're not the cops. They're not the federal authorities. They're not the FBI. Go in there, rob the person, or maybe befriend the person while I'm there. Get there, and then just try to chat it up with the man, you know? If I know someone, go out there and just try to do the chameleon work, you know? Try to be exactly who they want, you know, the second I go meet someone else, right? I go meet someone out there on the street, whoever, out of the many people, the hundreds of people that I used to know in the past. Go in there, break the fucking door, rob them, or do the chameleon. Be whomever the fuck they want to be. Convert, shape shift who they are to win the person, whoever the fuck it is. In the end, after shape shifting, it's just to stop supporting Enrique. Just don't talk to him. Just don't. Because he smells. He's not good. And me, tip of the spear. Look. The tip, the fingernail, the top. What they wish to be. And they, at the bottom, they will stay. So yeah, let's write this paper. We've got a lot of shit to do today. 1 hour and 25 minutes of real good shit. Real good content. So that it opens eyes. It cleans the wax out of you. Cleans the wax out of your earlobes. You start recognizing what the fuck is going on. Start reading the words or listening to the words that are coming out of my mouth like Chris Rock. And go back in time. Listen to the whole hour. What I say is valuable. What I say is extremely valuable. But I'm going to get to writing now because I really want to hear the clicking noises on my keyboard. I'm going to put these on. I'm going to get in my zone. And I'm going to write about the paper that I need, the ethical paper that I need to write today. Don't forget about what I said. What I'm saying, this is the bull's tongue. See this tongue? This tongue, there's no hairs in it. There's no hairs in it, and people need to die or go down for it. And the feds got to do something about it. Cops, authorities have to do something. They got to, because it's more people, it's more victims, more people. And I'm telling you like this, I'm tip of the spear. Not going to stop a doctor with 3 degrees. You're not going to stop it. The American dream isn't to replace yourself. The American dream in it of itself is not a dream that you are looking to replace someone at the right moment of glory to claim that you won. The chess game is black and white. And there are other chess sets of other colors, maybe red and blue, other colors. You can't just replace the chip when white's about to kill black. When the white chip is going to kill the black king. It's going to just right there. Checkmate. That isn't a red chip. That isn't a politically motivated chip. That isn't a fucking drug dealing chip. That's a black chip. A white chip. And that's what happens too much in the people that it's happening right here. And only the people that got eyeballs, that know your eyeball senses to recognize truth, fake reality, or have been in the environment outside for so long their eyeballs consume truth at an ever alarming rate, could point out the bullshit. Just point it out. And I will continue whistleblowing until the day I die. And I can't wait until they either die or get locked up for the rest of their life. I'm going to celebrate. I'm going to physically celebrate when I recognize that it's been 10, 20 years. And these people haven't been publicized. I haven't seen them on YouTube or social media on my favorite content anymore. It's going to be amazing. Can't wait. And that's what needs to happen. They need to catch up. Society, the federal government, local jurisdictions need to catch up with what these major celebrities are doing, or these people that are faking it to win. To catch up, because I can't be a stunt double or now a professional double that's going to be replaced with that has the increased likelihood to have some really dangerous person take my place again because of the concept of the fake it till you make it, the concept of these liberals or these dangerous people's liberal, dream, American dream. Because they don't see the hard work. Females don't see the hard work. Males don't see the minorities don't see the hard work. They don't see it. Like I said, I'm Usain Bolt. You're looking at Enrique and Usain Bolt. And Usain Bolt's massive. I've seen him 6 foot fucking large. When I was in the army, I seen Usain Bolt. Guy's large. And look at me, I'm tiny. Yeah. It's not the same thing. They don't recognize it. They don't care. Most people don't care. And you see the Grammys, you see extreme sports competition, and people like me see frauds, criminals, drug dealers, murderers, attempted murderers. I see life how it is. And society continues publicizing them at an alarming rate. And people who are real tell you the truth. Go back in time. You should go back and listen to the entire video. Because the entire video is amazing. It's saucy. It's exactly what you want to see from the right mouth, from Terror Destroyer 5K, or from Enrique, from how you're supposed to see it. It was kind of chilly. All right. And I love watching myself. I've been watching myself for a while now. I'm sitting there and I'm wasting 1-2 hours of my life watching myself streaming the way that I say things. And I'm absolutely comfortable in the method that I convey my message. I'm absolutely comfortable. I do not. There's no filter. The way that I say things are exactly how I wanted to say them. And if people got a problem with that, they're likely on the they're likely on the eyeballs of the feds. They're likely people that have a really bad moral judgment. They just done, like people that shouldn't be employed. If you got a problem with what I'm saying and the way and the method and how I'm trying to convey my message, you shouldn't be employed. That's my final order. If you have a problem with anything in the methods, if you connect or have pity, compassion for the people that I'm referring myself to, you have extreme moral judgment issues, and you can't have a job. I can't expect you to do the right thing dealing with other people. As a manager, human resources, or whatever, you just can't be employed. Can't do the right thing. Just like, sorry. You got a problem with anything that I said right here, you're out of job. You're out of a job. You gotta walk out. Just resign. That's the best way that I can put it to you. Just resign. It's easier. It's easier for everyone because, the lack of thinking morally in terms of certain shit is out there visible. That's why I whistleblow. Because everyone knows that these people are murderers. Everyone knows that these people are selected only by the purpose that they almost killed them. Put yourself in a position that you are the upper boss, and someone comes up with a gun and puts it to your head when you're in a limousine like this. You're sitting in a limousine, And some employee or someone that really wants to be employed by you puts a gun to your head and says, "Give me a job." You know, do you guys think that person deserves a job? Or do you think that person needs mental rehabilitation or life imprisonment? Not a slap in the wrist, because 1-2 years, that's too easy for someone like that. You can't give that person 2 years. They'll walk out and be worse. You can't give that person fucking 2 years. You can't. 2 years is too little. They'll come out, bunch of tattoos, connected with the trafficking organizations, or already connected with, and they'll connect with some big drug dealer in jail, come out, be worse. So that's what, that's where ethics, compassion, empathy starts biting you in the ass. Starts hurting you. You're really going to employ someone that just put a gun to your head? Give me a job. I want a job. I want to be famous. Give me a job. Give me a job. Give me a job. No. And that's what's happening. That's what's happening. People are just bending at the waist on certain things that are just too obvious and too dangerous for public concern. And now you have that cocksucker or that female in your job, sitting somewhere doodling, acting like a girly figure, like or maybe even sleeping in a lavish position. Ooh, a lavish secretary or a lavish hotel, and sleeps in a hotel, tons of money. Now that person, after getting that job, is super rich. That person, by mistake, put someone of the most dangerous caliber, one of the most dangerous crimes someone could commit, and gave them a position of power. And the story repeats itself over and over and over and over and over again. Shapeshifters, chameleons, make believe what you want to believe. They turn into the person that you think you need, even when you have a gun to their face. You understand what I'm saying? God, it's going to be useful. Yeah, I needed that person. That's the person that I needed for that job with their gun in your face. But unfortunately, real people from really good backgrounds with tons of heart and tons of justice should have put them face first on the pavement and arrested them on the spot. Put a restraining order on people like that so that they could never approach them, and tell the judge, if this person approaches me, I'm going to have to use lethal force. Because you got a gun to your face, son. What are you going to do? This ain't Eric Baldwin. Someone is trying to kill you for a job. This ain't Eric Baldwin. This ain't a movie set. This is reality. And you're really going to give her a job because she shapeshifted and turned miraculously into the person that you needed for the role or the job? And that continues to happen. It doesn't have to be with a gun. It could be with a mutilation. It could be drugging you. It could be extorting you and your family. It could be hurting your children, hurting someone that you know. It could be many other ways. And not only did these shapeshifters turn into what you want from a person for the job, but do the worst shit to you before getting the job, or before you give them the job. And there's no value. There's no true valores in that shit. There's none of that. It's just people that through coercion, crime, and how lethal they are selected at particular positions. And life shouldn't be like that. You know, people that are the tip of the spear in certain things shouldn't have to deal with having to do what they do for a position of power. They have it in them already there. You know, some of us don't need to do that shit, but we are at risk of people that are below this material mental threshold. We are at risk of those people every day. Every day. Every time you get in the car and go somewhere, some dumb cocksuckers out there try to take your life. Someone out there is looking to snap in a second. And only the real smart people recognize this shit. In a second. And if you're a little bit more important like I am, or just special, the threats are a little higher than regular people. Always someone out there like 6ix9ine, like Daniel Hernandez. Almost every day getting robbed at gunpoint for one of the chains. Getting robbed 3 times a day in front of me. 3 times a day. Me getting in the morning, oh shit, it's getting robbed. In the afternoon, again, Jesus Christ. 4 or 5 p.m. again, look at 6ix9ine with his arms up getting robbed. Like that, 3 times. That's what Daniel Hernandez went through to be famous today, to be rich today. And he told the truth in all the shit that they did to him. Calling him a pedophile, feeding him fucking women and shit, drugging him, getting him drunk or whatever, to then call him a pedo. Jeffrey Epstein involved. Just trying to smear you, you know, not you. Basically, 6ix9ine wasn't the right, you know, 6ix9ine gathered a lot of media attention, but to the people that like to be dictators, that wasn't the right guy for them, because they couldn't get rich off him. They couldn't fuck him in the ass. They couldn't do whatever the fuck they wanted to do to him. They tried to get him to fall for it, which is the worst type of shit. Fabricate a brick, or, you know, in his life, put life imprisonment to try to stop him from being famous. And that's what happens to people like me. The barriers are not as obscene. People are not out here calling me a rapist or a pedo or some shit like that. But they're actively looking to stop me from hanging out with Taylor Swift, because all they done was deal coke and weed their entire life. They're Latino. The penis is brown. I'm white as shit. They see me succeed in many more things and just do one thing. Like I said, I'm a doctor now. I'm writing in a doctoral paper right now. And to them, they think that they regulate their entire environment. They think that they regulate their entire environment. You know, they think that they can manipulate anyone that's in their environment to their favor. The same way they shapeshift into what people want from them. The same way they shapeshift and take advantage of people and ruin people's lives, but make others richer. You know, ruin the poor, you know, ruin the elderly, take advantage of the elderly, buy 100 cars, literally, buy 100 fucking cars that are pieces of shit, so that 100 people are out of transportation to try to sell back those cars at $1,000 profits each. You know, take advantage of their environment in such a way that they're making the person who they want rich, but ruining the, you know, shitting on the plate that they eat. Completely. Taking advantage of their environment in such a way that you see the effects of one man in a community. One man in a community, that the ghetto is out there with a fucking gun in their waist like this, when this motherfucker comes around. Not me, because I'm definitely on the other side of the fucking barrel, but like this. Since they were 18, 19 years old. Seeing them from their window. Gun in their hand. Because this person is dangerous. Like that. Or in front of you, outside, this person coming in, and these guys are already packing, finger on the trigger, ready to swing at this guy. And then society, or media industries, put them on a pedestal. Give that dangerous as fuck person his platform to communicate to the world. And all those victims could see him every day if they can on YouTube. You understand what I'm saying? A community so fucking scared for one cocksucker that wouldn't survive one 50.56 NATO round in the chest would die in a second. The second of being impacted by a high automatic gas-powered rifle. A threat that everyone considers him a threat is being posted on all of YouTube, on skateboarding competitions, on the television. You got all of the motherfucking neighborhood in two extremes. Undoubtedly confused if they should support the man or not. You know? Remember, they're master illusionists. People that are this dangerous create an illusion, and they got a lot of followers. They grab a lot of people that are not that don't know the person really, and just because of name and hype and clout or whatever, you start supporting someone in this particular neighborhood in this area, maybe 300, 400 feet from where the real person operates, and then you got others that when that man is around, they're looking out the windows with a gun in their hand. You understand what I'm saying? You got real people with their fucking hands in the fucking wood, finger on the trigger, on what society puts on a social media platform based on how they sell this image, which everyone knows that it's drug money, trafficking money, being funneled into social media campaigns to make them this viral and popular. You know, the reality of social media campaigns, which are paid. And then you put them on a pedestal. So you got maybe a lot of people that are supporting, woohoo, a lot of people that are supporting, but you got this tiny fraction of people that know exactly what that person is, and that person ain't good. And we just, some of us, if you're not involved, don't talk about it. But for me, I talk about it because that man dangerous, and that's it. Nothing about me and that person is going to change for the rest of my life. Based on my existing experience, the stalking, the home invasion, the larceny, the vandalism of the vehicles. You understand what I'm saying? All the shit. All that dangerous shit. All that dangerous shit doesn't change people's minds. We never forget that. Regular people never forget when they fuck up your car. Ever. Ever. You never forget when someone fucked up your car. Or when someone took your job. Took your job? You sell a lot of coke, huh? You selling coke out of here too? You know? You never forget about that shit. But we can consider the companies that hire people like that negligent as hell. The lack of the proper controls. Or people that have too much compassion and empathy to grab an employee that had a gun to the head and give them the best position. Because they got what they have what they were looking for. And that's the type of fucked up world we live in. Making regular people that work their entire life, 10 years in college, to get replaced at the right moment at right time with someone with a gun in their hand. That shouldn't happen. And after a life of experience, one knows, after a life of smelling when shit's around the corner, when shit's about to hit the fan, Snub Nose 40 ACP should be here. One needs to be protected. Not just from an actual firearm, a representation of a revolver, like my grandfather used to have one. But the law, other people, friends, the people that you whistleblow, generating contrary belief groups of people, getting people that really trust you and really know what you're talking about to believe you is enough. They serve as much influence as power as one snub-nosed bullet. A lot of heads. It's more valuable. That's why this is like the optional self-defense life protection route. You gotta protect your life with a gun first. Second, you gotta grab a lot of people. A lot of people. Just to wake them up. Get them feathered, get their feathers rustled. Shake them a little bit. Tell them the truth. So that they, oh shit. Like, oh shit. And they start acting more like the neighborhood out the window with a gun in their hand, like this at 9 a.m. Like, here comes this cocksucker. This cocksucker's volatile. We gotta watch out for this guy. Don't come out. This guy's out there. Like that. Because, unfortunately, people that are like that and get a lot of attention get posted on the Grammys, on Billboard. Get dream jobs, do all this shit, and they're bad as hell. I'll be right back. I'm back. Let's get writing this paper now. Make these clicky notes. All I got is this keyboard. But it'd be nice to have a clicky keyboard. But they're so expensive, like $200 to get like an expensive keyboard that's Bluetooth also. All right. Don't forget to read this or to listen to this particular episode. I bring the heat. I bring the heat to this joint, and you got end up either blacklisted or the reality of the situation, my guy. Nah, you got most people that are offended by this allow people with multiple victims in society, or an obscene amount of victims in society move up socially and then glorify them for what they are as artists or musicians or whatever, or athletes or whatever. Nah, you can't be doing this shit. There must be some higher code of conduct that drives people in general, so that such shit doesn't continue to infiltrate such unique and valuable people. Because if push comes to shove, unique and extremely valuable people wouldn't ever have to deal with shit from the lower, from the lower realms of the barrel. We're talking about heaven, or not heaven, but a layer of society that is clean and pure, and anyone looking to shapeshift, or anyone looking to looking to be too hard to be one of us, like not there no more. Just like it's better that way. It's safer. That guy can't be here. That guy can't be put in a position of power, because if we put people in a position of power like that, then others think that they could do it too. It's like how girls sometimes say that if you give an ugly guy a chance, you think he could rule the world. The same concept applies to anywhere. Men are stupid as fuck, and the same concept applies everywhere else in life. You can't let the major criminals become big shit. Some things, criminals are designed to be big shit, but some of them, broadcasting them on social media or on media or on television when they pose a threat to children, just a myriad or the tangent of crazy topics would continue to include it. Me, I'm the whistleblower. I know what I'm talking about. So if people got a problem with what I say, or the people that I'm talking about, you should just grab a fucking, you should take care of yourself in a particular way, or you should not only take care of yourself, but learn some manners and values before you come confronting this thing. Like I said, I'm not the ACP. I know. People, tons of people that know across social media, 20,000, 30,000, 56,000 people that read your comment or are interested in reading the block comment are better than any 40 cal snub nose. You wake up 2 or 3 each time you post a comment. You don't wake up everyone, because they're going to have mixed feelings every day. Every day. You grab 2 or 3 that read your comment and wake the fuck up and say, I'm gonna throw that person's merchandise. Fuck this guy. You know, I'm not gonna buy this man's bullshit. Fuck this guy. Nah. You know, this guy is telling me the truth. Or they sort of hint and know. Yeah, that guy is shit. That guy is fucking disgusting. Fuck him. They start throwing out their merchandise, or, you know, they start getting rid of them in their life. Or they stop focusing on the person, which is the majestic goal. Just to try to get rid of trash from higher social circles, so that only the illuminated Illuminati remain. The real Illuminati. The real Illuminati remain. Tip of the spear. Not the fake Yale diploma or fake Harvard diploma. Nah. 9 years of documents here. 10 years of documents. The real people. The real valuable people. Not the fake I could win everyone because I could just make up a huge lie and win, or point a gun in someone's face and win. Nah. Only above a higher group, the real people. The good, smart, kind minds that recognize the threats they exist every day, or they go through every day, and where certain major criminals could be at in their social structure. Because remember, these guys are smart. These guys are gonna have RDR rates, live in the hills in LA, have a fucking supermodel girlfriend, but they're American psychos. You know, and it's up to you to decide if you want an American psycho or not. I don't want an American psycho next to me. I think people like that are creepy, and they try a bit too hard to get their attention, you know, or they just want to fuck your wife, and that's not good, you know. Like, I don't care. Like I said, like I mentioned with Lady Gaga. Imagine if I were to go out with Lady Gaga and she were to be my girlfriend, literal girlfriend, but behind the scenes. Imagine how anyone that knew her in the past would be, and if they're Latino, they'd be like, fuck your wife, your wife a slut or some stupid shit like that. And I'd be like, yo, I know her since way before you, dog. You know? I know her since before Kenny. You know? She went out with this boy. What the fuck is the boy name? Kenny? What's his name? I forgot about his first name. Kenny Taylor. I know Gaga since before Taylor, my guy. So it's like, bye. And you know, Gaga for me is like a bullet. She's a bullet. Gaga for me, Lady Gaga for me is a fucking bullet. And you tell she's a fucking pretty ape individual. She isn't that smart. Gaga put a bullet in someone, and I know. And I'm being fucking honest with you right here. Lady Gaga will put a bullet in someone and walk away, just like pow, 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 pow. Shoot someone like 3 times in their chest and shit. She's real, and I get kisses from that. So I'm saying here, like I got the female role in this type of situation. But when you know for a fact that she's kind of dangerous, but it's like fuck it. Lady Gaga, what the fuck, you know? That's why I say these American psycho stories and these real people that I whistleblow to, or you know, that I focus on whistleblowing come to mind. It's when it doesn't affect you. Understand? Morals and values come into play when you know about the situation. Speak up if you know. Protect someone if you know. If you don't know who Lady Gaga's out there shooting out there, put fucking 6 bullets in someone's chest out there at point blank inside the car for trying to rape her or some stupid shit like that. That doesn't affect me because I don't know. I'm sitting there from a distance like, that doesn't affect me. But when it affects you and you know it could affect other people, you have to stand the fuck up. You know? You gotta stand the fuck up. You gotta snitch. You gotta tell. You gotta wake the fuck up and start dialing in numbers and warning people. You start writing this shit up. Pretty funny. Pretty funny to have Gaga do that shit. Yeah, I just imagine it. All her ex boyfriends or all her fucking past flings talking shit. It's like, yeah, fuck you, Mike. Including rappers from the industry doing all types of shit. Like, yeah, fuck you, Mike. You know, like, do we really have to go down that disgusting ass? Oh, what are you gonna say too? That she likes heroin? You know, like what else? How down are you gonna bring her down? Oh, she likes dope too, right? She's a dope head. She likes to fucking snort a lot of, literally eat heroin. That's what we're gonna try to say. Try to tell me that type of shit. That shit don't affect me. That affects her. That's her consciousness. That's her body. She does whatever the fuck she wants. Fucks whoever the fuck she. But I don't know. I'm John Travolta in this shit. All I could do is dance with Mr. Marcellus' wife, just like, and hopefully she doesn't die. Hopefully I don't need to take the big ass fucking needle of epinephrine and stab her in the chest with it for hanging out a little bit too much, because there definitely won't be any heroin in my pockets. I don't do drugs. But I got money. She could take money from me. She wants money, I could give her money. Want money? Like that. I'd be like, you want money? Just give her money. That's what she likes. She likes money from me. So yeah, let's get to writing. I'm a special guy. I'm a really special individual. Don't forget, come back and listen to what I said in the previous video or on this video, if it's one video, and generate conclusions on your own. All right. All I need to write is 500 pages of this and I'm done. I mean 500 words of this right now and I'm done. I'm about to finish the introduction right here. It's a really small paper. It's basically just a couple words. Or a little bit of objective explanation of what the heck this study is about. That's it. It's 3 p.m. What time is it? You know what I like? I started diversifying my crypto portfolio, right? And I have not lost that much amount of money. Although it's still pretty high. Still pretty high, but Bitcoin going down $10,000 or more did not affect me that much. So I know I did a good job in adding a cyclical or inverse relationship to my crypto. And I'm not deliberately doing this. Basically, I'm just sourcing particular cryptos to buy that are allowed on Coinbase, primarily the ones that they have given out in Coinbase Earn. Meaning Coinbase Earn is a couple opportunities to earn crypto by doing a couple videos and a couple quizzes. But there have been many of them. And I wasn't available to get all of them. You know, they have been going on for years now. Coinbase Earn started a long time ago, and you basically, when you get to Coinbase, you get the Coinbase Earn that is available now, and the Coinbase, you know, the earning opportunities in Coinbase from the past remain back there. You won't be able to access them. However, I made a decision to grab those cryptos. You understand what I'm saying? So, my portfolio consists of old Coinbase Earn opportunities, meaning any type of crypto that Coinbase considered for a Coinbase Earn opportunity, I acquired in denominations of either $3, $6, or $5, depending on what it shows that Coinbase gave out. I get that, or I basically transferred for my crypto whatever they offered in Coinbase Earn in the past, and it's working. Something's going on because I got a reciprocal relationship going on, meaning if Coinbase goes down, my altcoins are sort of supporting the entire boat. They aren't with the boat. They're sort of supporting it. And not supporting it like right there, but supporting it. Not like there, you know, not 100% 50-50 reciprocal relationship, or what you would call in a business relationship, in an investor term. How do you call? Hold on, let me look for that term because I know I studied it and I know how to do the math to do an inverse relationship when you make a stock play. Hold on. All right, and a positive, a perfect negative correlation. Now I remember. Perfect negative correlation. Perfect negative correlation. I remember. See that shit without looking at it. I started looking at the first terms of the Google search engine without searching the correct term, perfect negative correlation, which is a calculation that you do to stock, bonds, and securities, or basically any type of security. And Coinbase used to do it to crypto. They used to see if they are inversely or positively related to certain cryptos, and they stopped offering that, which should have been stopped. Coinbase should have always had that, but they stopped having it. When you used to look at your portfolio, they used to tell if they're inversely or positively related to crypto, like if it's up and down, up and down. So yeah, my crypto is pretty balanced. What else do I want to talk about? Even though Coinbase lost 10 stacks, I'm fine. I'm not dying. I'm not dying, and I'm not making a lot of money on it either. I don't have a lot of it. I'm just growing it 60 by 60 cents, still at a rate of under $1,000 a year. I'm really small on it. What else that I could say was special? So yeah, that's what I did. Coinbase Earn. Just those tiny crypto, those $50 have been supporting me. Not 50. I'm currently maybe at 30. Let's see, where are they? Let's look at the paper account. How many do I still need to buy? I got an Excel sheet open here. All right. So I've got a couple. I've highlighted them all. I still got 45 more to go. And some of them are 6, some of them are 3. So I usually just exchange between 3, 9, 3, 9, 6, just a variety of types. I need to buy 45 more dollars in crypto or exchange 45 more dollars in crypto into the particular types of the cryptocurrencies. I need to get some Carter C. I need to get some Chili, some DAI, some Filecoin, some Kyber. Any Coinbase that I don't have that Coinbase Earn issued for free, I want to get. Basically anything that they offered for free since the beginning. Any Coinbase earn offer that they got for free, I want to get. I'm getting there little by little. Little by little, I exchange another $3 of crypto, or I exchange $3 from what I earned in crypto into another one, and they've been supporting my account, or it's working. Something is happening that I'm not losing all my capital. It's not moving anymore. I mean, it lost a lot. It lost a good amount, but it isn't dying. Or it isn't going to fall all the way down, because obviously some of the cryptos that I do got are inverse, are negatively correlated. So when Bitcoin goes down, they move up. All right. Now we're gonna look for the usefulness of a case study to add to this particular document right here. I like to look back on my 333 documents for certain things. I just like to. It's part of being a researcher. And it saves you time. You're like, wait a minute, let me look for my definition. Or let me look at the usefulness of this particular term in my own information, because I'm pretty sure I wrote about it already. And I'm going to utilize a hybridized or modified version of that to utilize in this paper. That's how I operate. That's how I roll. Gotta go back to my information, or back to my previous papers, and use that instead of just instead of researching and making up a new idea of the information on with the existing reference. Let's just go back into what I've written before, and that's why saving my information has become extremely valuable. Saving my information is gives me a lot of room to do a lot of shit. it helps in the refreshment process. Let's look for the codes, the quotation. What type of codes do we have here? We look for C, CDS. Is that code there? Okay, it's not there, so let's code again. Not there. Save the code. Auto code. You know, that I research my information through qualitative research software. It allows me to just look at my own information that I developed over 10 years. Cool like that. Got 10-year information. And just look for information that I could use for a paper. Not information per se, not the reference, but what I've written. The tone and the style and what and just basically my own words. What is that about? Like that. There we go. Now we research. I know what I want to do. I want to look for an application that has music from the global radio. We're going to listen to Russian music. Oh shit, oh shit. That should not be a problem. Stop it. Listen to this shit. Now we're listening to the Aleutian Russian Islands right here. I think I'm in trouble. Listen to Russian music now. I like the really good station.
Это требуются инструктор учебного центра, ведущий специалист по охране труда, специалист группы гарантии и контроля качества, специалист по подбору.
Pretty crazy to have people living here. You have no idea. This radio station is remote as fuck. It's like, if you notice, there's one airport. There's a really small town. It's really high in latitude. There's like 3 volcanoes. There's 3 really old volcanoes facing it. There's one airport, and it's technically in the cross. I remember about the station because I heard it and I was blown away by the top of it. I don't even know what the fuck this country is. I know this is Russia. It says Petropavlovsk. Petropavlovsk, Petropavlovsk, Kamchatsky, or Kamchatsky. Petropavlovsk, Kamchatsky. Russian. Let's see this one.
Fulton Bank cares about so much more than just business.
That's English.
Our approach isn't just about the bottom line.
Бесплатное онлайн-радио 101.
Это более 300 тематических радиостанций от профессионалов. Десятки тысяч персональных радиостанций от пользователей.
American radio station and another Russian. I'm looking for a good Russian one. Hold on. Right here.
Во мне только пустота, ведь мечта моя вся жила в тебе. Ты ушла, и вот только белый снег все кружит, кружит надо мной, кроет голову снежной пеленой. На мелодию снов напишу я стихи, чтобы снова любовь хоть на миг возвратить. Пролетит твой мотив через ночи и сны, снова встречу любовь в середине весны. Хлопья белые там же падают, где мы бегали, взявшись за руки. Там, где ветер грез нас в мечту унес, где летали мы в небе среди звезд. Но мечта моя вся жила в тебе, ты ушла, и вот только белый снег все кружит, кружит надо мной, кроет голову снежной пеленой.
Russian EDM is on fire. You have no idea how. Yo, I was the first time I listened to this freaking website. I was blown away about the type of EDM that they were playing. I'm sitting here, just scrolling around the globe looking for music, and then my ears went like, man, Russian music. Oh shit.
полюбил тебя и назад.
Oh shit. What's this?
Like that, fuck him, I'm a wild.
Милицейская волна.
Ah shit. Change it. This one. It better not be in English. It better not be in English.
Вечером поздно мысли о тебе. Ты стала лучшей главой в моей судьбе. Счастьем наполнила жизнь мою, любовь в мыслях моих, твое имя. Но и вновь на облаках мы окажемся вдвоем. Ночью с тобой мы все звезды обойдем. Я на руках пронесу тебя к мечте и закружимся в танце и луне. Танцы под луной, осветлен тобой, тысячи планет, дарит счастье свет. Танцы под луной, вечно был со мной, в сердце ты одна.
I'm already moving. It's so fast on this document.
Тысячи планет, дарит счастье свет. Танцы под луной, вечно был со мной, в сердце ты одна, с ночи до утра. Наши воздушные замки выше всех, мы по ступеням любви взлетаем вверх. Вместе с тобой бежим на край земли, будет гореть яркий свет для нас двоих. Наши тобой мы все небо обойдем, и от сердец в небе звезды мы зажжем. И о любви расскажу своим тебе, и потанцуем вместе при луне. Танцы под луной, осветлен тобой.
Bro, this music is on fire because you never heard it before and it's on Russian. But imagine listening to that crazy as fuck EDM that they play, driving in some snow-covered road, sliding, drifting on it, just like, ah, shit. And it's some crazy old car with no power steering. Some old as fuck car, Russia, no power steering, potholes in the ground, snow covered everywhere, in the middle of fucking Russia, just sliding, drifting that motherfucker, like, you know, like, yeah, just enjoying the Siberian tundra, listening to music. That's why I envision myself when I listen. You know, that's where I put myself in the seat of a car in Russia when I listen to this type of music, because it's just amazing. A tiny little shit box that's like your life, gets you from the market home, from the home to your work and back, and it's like frozen everywhere all the time, and it's likely just warm one day. One day, just one day.
Или старше 16 лет.
Тебя не умру, я слышишь, нет. Разговор прошлых дней не заводи. Уходя, уходи. Но как же любовь, как же твои глаза, как же душа, что скорее не спеша, как же любовь, как же ее полет. Не говори, не говори, не говори, что пройдет, пройдет. Как же твои глаза, как же душа, что скорее не спеша, как же любовь, как же ее полет. Не говори, не говори, не говори, что пройдет, пройдет. Что видишь в душе моей печаль? Я больна не тобой, и мне не жаль. Говорил же ты сам свой странный век, сложный я человек. Ты прости, мы с тобой не по пути, разойдемся как море корабли. У меня теплота к тебе была, и я тебе не лгала. Но как же любовь, как же твои глаза, как же душа, что скорее не спеша, как же любовь, как же ее полет. Не говори, не говори, не говори, что пройдет, пройдет. Как же твои глаза, как же душа, что скорее не спеша, как же любовь, как же ее полет. Не говори, не говори, не говори, что пройдет, пройдет, пройдет. Но как же любовь, как же твои глаза, как же душа, что скорее не спеша, как же любовь, как же ее полет. Не говори, не говори, не говори, что пройдет, пройдет.
Милицейская волна.
В сомнениях легко потеряться, на все махнув рукой. А вот идет любовь и улыбается следом за тобой. И танцует, и поет она, отчего бывает ночь нежна. И крутит небеса, меняет полюса, а я смотрю ей в глаза. Все нормально, у хулигана ничего не надо, не с тобою рядом. Все нормально, у хулигана никакой печали, лишь небо за плечами. Все нормально, у хулигана ничего не надо, не с тобою рядом. Все нормально, у хулигана никакой печали, лишь небо за плечами. Все нормально, у хулигана мало, все нормально, у хулигана мало, все нормально, у хулигана мало, все нормально, все нормально, мало. В сомнениях легко заблудиться и слышать голоса. А вот идет любовь и не боится смотреть в твои глаза. И не просит ничего взамен, все так просто улови момент. Мы научились летать, а я сгораю опять в твоем огне. Все нормально, у хулигана ничего не надо, не с тобою рядом. Все нормально, у хулигана никакой печали, лишь небо за плечами. Все нормально,
Російська волна.
Used to be so easy to give my heart away, but I found out the hard way. There's a price you have to pay. I found out that love was no friend of mine. I should have known. Time after time, so long, it was so long ago, but I've still got the blues for you. Used to be so easy. Fall in love again. I found out the hard way. It's a road that leads to pain. I found that love was more than just a game. Playing to win, but you lose just the same. So long, it was so long ago, but I still got the blues for you. So many years since I've seen your face.
Yep. I got carried away. I got focused on my own work right there, and that song wasn't Russian, so that song's gonna come out on YouTube. Fucking assholes. Russian fucking. I need to get a real Russian radio station that plays nothing but Russian radio station, or maybe Chinese. What is this? Just straight Russian. I don't want to hear no fucking English.
Тем станет веселей.
Вечеринка Red Raven.
Танцуй, страна.
Got me mad right there. Right there. That's what I'm talking about right there. Got carried away.
До вокзала далеко, как-то по лесу. Ох, и длинная Москва в первый раз. И везет ее метро снова к поезду. Хорошо, что есть часов про запас. Провинциалка, провинциалка, а эскалатор бежит, а эскалатор не ждет. Ступай смелее, провинциалка, сначала страшно, потом пройдет. Провинциалка, провинциалка, а эскалатор бежит, а эскалатор не ждет. Ступай смелее, провинциалка, сначала страшно, потом пройдет.
Дорожное радио.
Дорожное радио.
Вместе в пути.
Дорожное радио.
Oh, that fire right there. That was that fire.
With
так высоко-высоко над землей, и нас не достанут уже.
Nope. See, all those songs are getting muted on YouTube real quick and on Facebook. Or maybe they're not because it comes from the radio signal. Remember, the signal is what matters. If the signal sounds like music from the radio, some of them may not hit. If they hit the same type of signal that is used on Spotify or on YouTube, they hit hella hard. Let's see if I strike it lucky. What is this?
Слушайте, ну, хотелось бы, конечно, не за одной стеной, а как минимум за 4, еще чтобы крыша была хорошая, плюс отопление. Снег растает, безусловно, раньше, чем весной, потом снова выпадет, потом опять растает. Холода тоже пройдут. Все, знаете ли, проходит, все движется по кругу, и только русское радио остается неизменно где-то рядом с вами, если вы, конечно, нам это позволяете. Зимой согреваем, в жару освежаем. Говорю как человек, который все это на себе проверил, и хочу, чтобы меня сейчас услышал не только весь район, как в песню группы «Добро», но и буквально весь мир. Весь мир будет слушать Юру Титову, Вику Дайнеко. Группа «Добро» тоже появится, и вы не уходите никуда.
Русские перцы!
Привет! С вами «Русские перцы». Не пропустите!
Завтра вас ждет много хорошей музыки. Очень хорошей музыки.
Много шуток и много розыгрышей.
А еще в гостях у русских перцев Юлия Савичева. Слушайте завтра с 7 утра. Главное утреннее шоу страны
Русские перцы!
на русском радио.
В пустоте слышу слова и звуки. Так хочу
Am I done?
губы твои
I think I'm fucking done.
и руки. Ну зачем этот маршрут?
Yeah, I flew like a motherfucker.
Не в сердце я знал.
Look at that. I'm a monster. I'm a fucking monster. You see that? I'm like, yeah. I gotta write a paper, and then it's like done. Come on. Look at that. Let's see how much I wrote today already, or how many I add. I write fucking fast. I also add complement with previous information. The real thinking starts at the end of the paper. The first paper is sort of narrative. What have you already accomplished? And the end starts getting a little bit more. Maybe by Saturday, the reflection starts taking place. Not reflection, but the actual thinking happens. The first thing in this document was somewhat Let's see this shit. I'm a fucking monster and a fast motherfucker. I'm a fast motherfucker. Let's see how many words I did today. I just added what I had that was important. Just quickly moving it through. There we go. 1,000 words. 1,000. And let's just add the reference. Let's just keep the references from this document, or let's just highlight how many have we done out of 1,000, because you need 1,000. You need 1,000 for this paper, and I'm already at 755. That's it. I'm done. I'm free to do whatever the heck I want for the entire day. And it's 3:43. I think I'm gonna prepare my lunch, which is likely going to be a piece of meat and a quarter onion chopped up with a little salt in the oven. It's making me skinny real quick. I like what I'm doing. I don't know if it's the salt or it's just eating meat and the onion, but I'm losing weight. Although yesterday I had a whole pepperoni pizza. Remember I was talking about fucking pizza? That I wanted a New York slice of pizza, just eating it in my bed. So yeah, I'm free for the day. I did what I had to do today. You see that? How long did it take me? 1 hour of bullshitting, 35 minutes of it was probably less than. It was probably less than 35 minutes. Although 20 minutes to me in my lifetime, bro. My lifetime. The concept of time for me flies like it's flying too fast. Like yesterday, I went to Walmart for the first time, and I didn't even get a lot of food, or I wasn't experimenting. I was just basically replacing everything that I have recently consumed. So recently, I consumed like Campbell's tomato soup, condensed milk, evaporated milk, coffee, sugar. Sodas. I got just, things that were out of the norm were potted meat cans, pepperoni, a couple things like that, small shit. It ended up being for a lot $170, which is a blowout. That's a steal. For $170, I'm a master at grabbing shit that'll make you last. 70. Most people go in that motherfucker and waste trying to save money. 300. I spent 170 yesterday, which is good. Which is technically less than food stamps, and I got a lot of food for less than food stamps. I got a lot of stuff. I'm slowing down, but what's unique about the situation is time dilation. Not only the time flew, but I got on my phone, right, leaving Walmart. And I just looked at my phone, played Pokemon Go from the phone, threw a couple Pokeballs, and I was home. Like in light speed. In my brain, what I did yesterday, from looking down at my phone to looking up, leaving from Walmart, we got home. It's just bad. When you get old, time becomes of essence. You are literally at the peril of that fucking clock taking your life by mistake. It's serious. It's just, time is a serious investment. And if you're like me and you're busy, it isn't like being out there with your buddies smoking a blunt. At least marijuana will slow down your time. Marijuana will get you high and your brain will slow down considerably. We're talking about down to like autism. Will slow you down immensely, and the concept of time will stop. Because you smoke cannabis. The clock, you look at the clock, intoxicated on the effects of cannabis, and it's going to be 4:10 or whatever. And you're going to look back again if you're sitting in the concept of time when you're intoxicated on cannabis. It's going to be like 3:15, 3:20 when you look back at the clock. couple minutes have gone by, because the drug will slow you down. But if you're like me and you're sober, and all you do is, in the last 10 years, all you've done is become the tip of the spear, 10 years in college, within a month, I need to check out if I need to do a lower at the end of the class. I'm about to finish the class. It's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm done by this course by Saturday. Friday, Saturday. I should be done by here. It's already 7:55. I put 755 words there like a bat out of hell. And I'm still gonna edit it then. I still gotta edit or certain things like that. They like to change words around sometimes. And I'm done. But the concept of time, it's insane. You're sitting there, you woke up at 10, you're doing the stuff for school, you're focused, you might slack, look at YouTube a little bit, or maybe even look at Facebook a little bit. Look at Facebook a little bit, and it's already 6. It's already 6. And you woke up at noon, but it's already 6, 7 o'clock at night. And that's how 10 years of my life have been. At the beginning, time dilation wasn't that strong. I did a lot of things between the day. But now, based on my focus, the whole day's gone. The whole day. The whole thing. Like, sit there, 10 a.m., working, reading, writing. Bam, 7 o'clock at night. Like, shit. Another day out of here. And then you start slowing down. You start wondering, what am I going to do for leisure today? Should I play a video game? Should I sit here and do surveys online for a couple dollars in crypto? And in the midst of that, eating, watching any video that you want to watch, and then it's already 10, 11, and you want to go to bed. Or your body's already going yeah, go to bed, because you've been sitting here for this long. Big fist on me. Got that big fist on me. So I'm going to shut down the stream, because I just finished what I needed to do today. It's a beautiful day. 755 words, including introduction. And 1,000 words right here. 300 of them are references. But 755 is pretty good. Basically, half of what I needed to do is all in there. And I did most of it. Basically, I'm grabbing from the old to put in the new. Or stuff from the course is included in this document. And it's short. Thinking happens. Methods at the end. Basically, the last maybe 500, 600 words or so are where the thinking happens. Not what the thinking happens, but it starts becoming more subjective. I gotta read, I gotta write. It starts becoming more subjective in terms of narrative or presenting to the IRB what I have already accomplished. All right, so I'm gonna shut down the stream. I'm gonna start cleaning out doing the processes that I usually do. I'm gonna go back to what I used to look. Come back to this stream and listen to what I wrote. Listen to what I said and put yourself on two extremes, because there's no way. You guys wanna defend major criminals. Dervish Mods. This guy's a prime. A first commenter. Yeah, there's always going to be counter argumentation. Like I said, these people have the hearts and minds of people, but the real people that know them, some people out there aren't worth shit. Are just more dangerous than regular people are. And they see me that I'm not like them. I'm not dog eat dog or let a dog fuck your ass type of dog. And they don't like me around. But they don't like me around for a particular fucking reason. You understand what I'm saying? They don't like me around for a particular fucking reason because I'm gonna fucking whistle blow. I'm gonna tell it how it is. And they have slowly eroded their, just to be in a certain position of power, they have slowly eroded their morals or their codes down to where they are today, to the lowest of the low. That you're sitting here, me, looking, like I said, just to, rephrase or summarize, looking for people to act like the ACP 40 cal snub nose magnum in order to, curb the situation. Because if it were for them, only them, or they would continue controlling who they want up and who they want down. Because, like I said, me, Tony Hawk is like right here, hangs out with certain people, and I hang out with certain people that are like here. Up in the triangle, in the Illuminati. Or just capitalism. Look at capitalism, you got the movers, the slaves, people in the middle, people trying really hard to get out of the situation that they're in. And they asked for it. They asked for it. They wanted a home, they wanted a car, they wanted a family right there were 23. They wanted to deal a lot of drugs, run a lot of families. And then you got it. You got the type of people. You got them at the top now, publicized by media, but they aren't good people. And real people, real good people from good families, point the finger out and say, Lady Gaga might eat bundles of dope, but they don't fear her in the streets. They might eat entire bundles of heroin. Lady Gaga might eat with her hands an entire brick of heroin. Eat it. Like, with sugar. Just like, and pat the fuck out after shitting all over herself in diarrhea. But she's not a threat to society. Understand what I'm saying? Her hood, where she comes from, in her neighborhood in New York City, ain't out there packing heat, afraid of her. People haven't suffered because of her. Some people have suffered because of Lady Gaga, using her as the final example, but because they want to take advantage of her monetarily. The people that might have something to say about Lady Gaga need to rethink how much they are trying to charge her for a dress, or for her whoring services, or for her art services, or for how people start taking advantage of people who are rich. That a Coca-Cola can that's 75 cents is $25. So you take that into consideration. If something that's for these rich people, or what society does to people who are rich, and then you got drug dealers wanting to manipulate or control the situation. If you got a restaurant, if I'm a restaurant manager that's corrupt as hell, and I'm sitting here, Coca-Cola's $25 a can and shit, just because you guys are here. Imagine what they do to celebrities to try to run their pockets. Just because they might not be from the right family. They might not be the smartest people out of the box. So, if you have a problem with Lady Stephanie or Stefani, Le Femme, it's because you tried to overcharge her on something. And she gave you the middle finger. She went like this to you. I'm not paying for that. Or I'm not paying shit and I'm taking it. Because people do that shit. They start giving them expensive shit, expecting that they're going to pay. And if they don't pay, they tackle it with a suit. Or they have negative things to say about them. The lady ain't no gangster hustler that people are afraid of. Society be putting on a pedestal people that a lot of people have been harmed or hurt with. And Lil Wayne is my cousin, and I know what Lil Wayne is capable of. I remember Lil Wayne since he was a fucking kid. I know what he's capable of. Wayne's a hothead. Gun in his hand, gun in your face. Hothead. But Lil Wayne isn't being approached by people in the street with guns and shit. Or you know, his existing scenario, Wayne doesn't need from anyone. You know, Wayne doesn't need from his environment to be rich. He has a record label that makes him millions of dollars, and he's technically trying to buy something new because he has so much money to spend. He has to give that shit out. He tried to give me 20 racks, and 6ix9ine took that money. So imagine people that have millions of dollars, they're cold doing nothing. And if you're a poor motherfucker, you grab some of their money and you try to live your life the best you can. But people like me ain't touch anything that don't belong to me, because I don't want to accelerate my future in a particular way. And drug dealers, coke dealers see that shit as a threat. Oh, you're not going to take money? We're going to kill you if you don't take money. Fuck you. Because all we are is money. All we want, that's all we want. Well, they're stupid for it. I don't know. It's a big difference. Some hustler from the street that gets famous as hell, that's a real threat to society, being posted on social media with a DEA, FBI case, than Stephanie or Stefani right there. Might eat a whole kilo of heroin because she wants it. Just like that. Just swallowing the motherfucking heroin and sugar like if it was candy. She may have people that not like her for trying to overcharge her for bullshit. You know? Trying to overcharge the living fucking shit out of people. Same material, same everything, pennies on the dollar for $100,000. Dresses, whatever the fuck these people in society want to devise how to do these schemes to get rid of, to make celebrities not only poor, but to take advantage of them. All these people underneath this level have him all sorted out. They have him lined up to purchase their shit, and all they wanted to do is to fall so they could line their pockets. And if they were smart, because shit, if you're 25 and you're racking cash like you did rack cash, and now you're 40 years old reminiscing on when you were a drug dealer and everything was popping off for you, and you never moved up, you're stuck. And I, with nothing, got to the top. I got to the peak in everything that I ever wanted to do. And they, with $300,000 to their name at 23, 24, millions of dollars in Bitcoin, are there scheming how to stop me from being famous. Does it make sense to them? They had everything. They could grab 300 fucking grand and gone to fucking Argentina and stay there. Taking their little tail behind, in their behind, moved the money abroad, lost 30, 40 grand, and stay whatever fucking shithole nation they're from for the rest of their entire life. Dominican Republic, Argentina, Venezuela, wherever these fucking dreamers that want to take your place come from. Because that's all I've dealt with. These Latinos, my guy, they see you as part of your neighborhood. They want to take advantage of you in any shape or way possible. Like I said, down to trying to win the checkmate. Trying to flip the switch on you. You're about to get the win. You're about to win like this with a chip. About to do a checkmate. Nah, they want to take your chip away so that you don't do checkmate, so that they win. And they're all united. They're all under conspiracy. And people like me have excellent eyeballs and excellent memory to put them all in jail. They don't pass a polygraph. I got them on, like I said, one polygraph for them, and their nervousness should be enough to prosecute them all. Like that. It's that simple. Prosecute them all. Like nothing. Like nothing. All for being just toxic people that in their mind they made me a bully and I was the least. Like I said, in their mind, people that saw my success used my success and considered me a bully. Or in their brain, between themselves, started calling me bully or whatever in their brain, but in reality they are the bully. But they don't see themselves as bullies for the things that they have done already. You understand what I'm saying? They don't see themselves as bullies. They just see themselves someone that are fixated on someone a little bit too much in the things that he does and he shouldn't do. And they ain't shit. They're just people in their environment who unfortunately didn't make the right decisions. And they've already been arrested and will continue in that loop until society takes good care of them. You know, until taxpayers lock them in a cell. And I celebrate their death or their incarceration like a winner. And what do I got coming for me? Probably not paying my student loans. They'll probably send me to jail forever for not paying my student loans. But I could probably get them deleted if I say that I'm a bum. So we'll see what I could do after I graduate high school. And just go there. Go to the office that gives out student loans and say, I own nothing. I'm on the street. See if they say loan forgiveness. And then forget my loans. That's it. And that's the end of my story. All the things that I've accomplished without having to slang coke, slang dope, slang heroin, cheat to win, take advantage of my environment to make it out. Any of these third world troglodyte excuses. Just done the right thing each and every time. Peace. I'll be right back. Hopefully I play something else today. I like looking at myself. I'm going to listen to this entire video because it's fucking delicious. Listening to myself gives me motivation, just like it should motivate you to do the right thing every day. The right foot. Every day, not the left.